whether being examined in the labs or spotted in deep woods. Aliens are emerging from places we can't even imagine. But is that it? Definitely not. Because I have the most shocking evidence of extraterrestrial existence ever caught on camera. So stay tuned.
I'm exploring in these woods right here, and I've just come across something. Looks like a spaceship.
A YouTuber ventured deep into a mysterious forest, hoping to capture some unusual footage. As he explored, he stumbled upon something shocking. A dark, giant metal object, unlike anything he'd ever seen. At first, he had no idea what it was, but as he moved closer, realization hit. It was a massive UFO. His heart raced. The silence around it felt unsettling. He stayed for a while, observing every detail, but something about the place didn't feel right. Not wanting to take any risks, he quickly left. Whatever that thing was, he wasn't staying to find out. Forest Phantom. Ghosts in the woods are one thing, but an explorer found something far stranger. As he moved through the trees, he spotted something lying beneath the leaves. At first, it looked like an old skeleton, but when he got closer, he saw it clearly. The body was thin, almost fragile, with a humanoid shape, but the skull and ears didn't match any known animal. It wasn't human either. A carcass of an alien, possibly one that had collided deep in the forest. If he had searched a little more, he might have even found the remains of its ship. Alien encounter. A family was driving down a wooded path when something unexpected caught their attention. There, on the grass nearby, was a giant craft glowing with colorful lights. What made it even stranger was the sight of two beings standing beside it. Could this be a UFO? And were those beings aliens? If so, was this the first human-alien encounter? The family didn't approach. They stayed in the car, unsure of what to do. The man quickly decided it was best to leave, not wanting to risk any consequences. He had heard stories of alien abductions before, and he wasn't about to test it. Unearthed secrets. An old clip surfaced online showing military men gathered in the woods around a giant disc, half buried in the soil. The men were even handling its parts with their bare hands. It looked like it had been hidden for years, possibly a UFO unearthed after being buried for so long. Some speculated that there could be more UFOs buried nearby. The woods seemed to have been secretly inhabited by aliens long before space exploration began. Forest discovery. In a forest, a worker and his dog came across something lying on the ground. At first, he thought it was just an animal carcass, but as he got closer, he was hit with the shock of his life. There, in front of him, was a long, grayish being. Strangely, one of its legs was missing. The worker's mind raced, and the only explanation that made sense was that this was an alien, one that had collided and lost its leg in the process. He quickly pulled out his phone, recorded the sight, and uploaded it online. But soon after, the threats started rolling in. He was told to remove the video, or there would be consequences. Who was watching, and why were they so desperate to keep this secret hidden? Museum alien. At a museum in Hong Kong, a strange discovery awaited one tourist. While walking through the exhibits, he noticed a small, odd creature lying on a bed, covered in foil paper, likely to preserve its decayed body. The creature had a humanoid form, but its large gray eyes and rusted appearance were unlike anything he had ever seen. Curious, the tourist dug deeper into the history of the exhibit. That's when the truth came to light. The creature wasn't just some oddity. It was an alien recovered from a UFO collision back in 1947. Now, decades later, its body was being displayed at the museum, revealing the existence of extraterrestrial life to the public. Woods skeleton. An online user posted a video on social media showing what he found in the woods. A skeleton with a bizarrely long neck and an odd skull. The bones were all that remained, with eerie, elongated fingers. He shared it to see what others thought. The post sparked a flood of comments, with some people arguing it matched the description of an alien, while others thought it might be an animal. What's your take on this? Woodland UFO. A hiker exploring the woods came across something unexpected. A giant black craft, saucer-shaped, lying broken in the woods. Smoke was erupting from it, suggesting it had crash-landed. It looked unmistakably like a UFO. The area was isolated, the perfect place for aliens to carry out a mission. The hiker immediately reported the discovery to authorities, but no one knows what happened next. Tridactyl testimony. A clip is making headlines these days, and here's why. Well, it showed a conference between doctors and a news reporter, with two bodies laid out on display, preserved by rocks. These bodies had elongated skulls and 3 fingers that were unusually long. They weren't like any humans or animals known to us. The doctors briefed the crowd, stating that they believed these bodies were linked to extraterrestrials, and possibly connected to long-forgotten civilizations. Alien, they referred to them as V2 tridactyl bodies, showing live tomographs of their unique structure. But the investigation isn't over. The doctors promised more results would be shared once they completed their studies. Stay connected for the next update. AI warning. An old video, possibly from the 90s, recently went viral for unsettling reasons. The footage showed a being with large eyes lying on a bed, seemingly in critical condition. What it said to the doctors was even more shocking. It spoke of AI. This was years before AI became a reality, warning that it would soon take over humanity and urging not to rely on it completely. The being resembled an alien, and as we know, aliens are believed to possess superpowers. It could have traveled through time, witnessing the rise of AI. What it predicted is now becoming true. Alien vampire. On December 1st, 2024, a homeowner in Bulgaria made a chilling discovery in his attic. Inside a wooden box, he found a dark, creepy creature with sharp claws and 2 long, scary teeth. It appeared to resemble a vampire. The house had recently been inherited by a woman who later submitted the creature to authorities. Experts confirmed it was over 150 years old and surprisingly well preserved. This raised a creepy thought that vampires could be more than just legends. Some even speculated it might be an alien vampire, blurring the lines between myth and reality in a truly unsettling way. Brazil carcass. In September 2011, in a small Brazilian village, a villager came across a sight that made him stop in his tracks. He found a decayed carcass unlike anything he'd seen before. Dark in color, with a long, strange skull and black, round eyes that resembled balls. It appeared to be an alien. The villager immediately alerted experts who examined it, but claimed it wasn't extraterrestrial. Despite their denial, many locals remained convinced it was an alien. Some even suspected that the experts were hiding the truth, not wanting to reveal something more unsettling to the public. Meadow machines. Archaeologists uncovered a secret meadow hidden deep in the land, where they stumbled upon something truly surprising. Scattered across the area were giant, disc-shaped objects, many of them half-broken. The condition of the crafts made it clear they were ancient, standing untouched for what seemed like centuries. They looked unmistakably like UFOs. And there were so many of them in that isolated area that the archaeologists began to suspect it was once a secret base for aliens. No human had ever interacted with the place. But there was one thing missing: no aliens. Had they known about the archaeologists' discovery, maybe they had hidden themselves, waiting for the right time to reveal themselves. Forest parasite. One night, while camping in the forest, a man encountered something that scared him badly. In the dark, he spotted a white, rocky, skeleton-like figure. As he approached, he noticed a strange, brown, organic mass near its belly, almost like a parasite feeding off it. The thought crossed his mind that it could be an alien. Fear gripped him, and without another thought, he stepped back. The eerie sight stayed with him, a mystery he couldn't shake as he left the forest, unsure of what he had truly witnessed. Peru mummies.
How old the possible creature is, and of course, what the genetic makeup of it is.
In 2017, a shocking discovery emerged from Nazca, Peru. Researchers began investigating 6 three-fingered mummies, with one of the most prominent being Maria, a 1700-year-old female. The body's unusual features, including a protruding skull and 3 long fingers, sparked immediate debate. Carbon dating placed the remains between 245 and 410 AD. Samples were analyzed for DNA and further tests, including CAT scans, were conducted. Researchers suggested the body wasn't a typical mummy, as the organs had not been removed. As more findings were revealed, the mystery deepened, leading to speculation that these mummies may belong to non-human, possibly extraterrestrial beings.
And the skin will be able to survive for so many years.
Snowy being. In the snowy mountains of Canada, a mountaineer on his usual trek came across something unusual hidden beneath the snow. He was stunned to find a strange, almost bizarre skull. The skull had large eye sockets, and the rest of the body was half buried in the snow. The shape and structure of the being resembled something out of this world. An alien. His mind raced with possibilities. Was the snow acting as a portal, allowing something from outer space to land on Earth? That day, the mountaineer didn't just experience breathtaking views. He discovered something far beyond his imaginations. Peru fossils. On Tuesday, December 9th, 2 alleged bodies were presented to the Mexican Congress after being discovered in a mine in Peru. The bodies had unusual elongated faces that resembled stone, with long, thin frames and almost no eyes. Experts testified that these beings were not related to human evolution, and a significant portion of their DNA remained unidentifiable. It was suggested that the creatures were found in a diatom mine, where they had fossilized over time. This discovery has sparked intense speculation that these bodies may be of alien origin, leaving many to wonder about the true nature of extraterrestrial life. Rendlesham encounter.
No, Mate. No.
Something big and dark stood deep in Rendlesham Forest. U.S. servicemen on patrol noticed the air felt strange, and their radios stopped working. As they moved closer, they saw it, a giant, black, ship-like craft resting on the ground. It didn't make a sound, but it felt like it didn't belong there. Strange symbols covered its surface, and the ground around it looked burned. Trees nearby were bent, as if pushed aside by force. Everything pointed to one thing. It appeared to be a UFO. Some even said they saw figures moving near it. The Rendlesham Forest incident remains one of the strangest UFO encounters in history.
They might be watching. Oh, bro, these are the signs. What? These must be the signs you're talking about.
Siberian saucer. Scientists recently uncovered a mysterious object buried under Siberian ice. The video, blurry and low quality, suggested it had been discovered some time ago, but is only gaining attention now. The object appeared saucer-shaped, smaller than the usual UFOs seen in reports. It could be a UFO, hidden in the ice for decades. There's speculation it might even contain alien remains, kept secret to avoid public panic. Maybe in the future we'll see this strange find displayed in nearby museums. Arizona crash. The Arizona desert became the focus of intense attention when a strange, giant, black, saucer-shaped object appeared. It looked almost like it was made of glass, with visible cracks across its surface, as if it had crash-landed. Scientists quickly sealed off the area and began carefully examining the craft. It was clear this UFO didn't belong to any human technology. Many believed it had come for a significant mission, but its damaged condition indicated that something had gone wrong. Roswell proof. Leaked footage quickly became the talk of the town. It showed a body being examined by doctors with its big black, watery eyes and human-like skin. However, the most unsettling detail was the creature's strange, inflated belly. As the examination continued, it was revealed that the body was recovered after the 1947 Roswell UFO collision. The footage, accompanied by decoded FBI secret files, exposed the truth about aliens for the first time. The alien once thought to be a myth was now proven to be real. Zimbabwe disc. In 1972, at the historic site of Zimbabwe, an excavation led to an unexpected finding that left scientists debating. While unearthing ancient artifacts, archaeologists uncovered a weird metallic object deep beneath layers of earth and rock. The object, disc-shaped with a shiny metallic surface, appeared undamaged. What intrigued experts further were the intricate patterns on the surface, resembling a map. The metal composition suggested it might be from a UFO, but no one was able to decode the patterns. To this day, it remains one of the most significant and mysterious discoveries related to UFOs. Virginia encounter. In 1996, a farmer in Virginia, Brazil, ventured into the woods and noticed something lying behind the trees. At first, he thought it might be an animal, but as he got closer, he realized it wasn't anything he had ever caught before. The creature, with red, glowing eyes, was unlike any earthly animal. It looked otherworldly and alien. The discovery raised doubts that alien sightings weren't new, but had been happening for much longer. It seemed the creature may have crash-landed during a mission, as nearby there might be broken parts of a UFO scattered around. Golden Guardian. On September 12th, 2023, in Mexico, a hiker was out in the woods expecting to encounter a wild animal. Instead, something far stranger stopped him in his tracks. He saw a figure lying there with a weird golden-colored skull that had an odd shape. It wasn't moving, but its eyes seemed to be alive. The hiker cautiously poked it with a stick to check if it was still alive. It wasn't. It was a carcass, one that seemed to have the skull of an alien. Sensing the danger of the situation, the hiker decided to call the authorities to report his discovery. Hybrid creature. In a hidden lab, a strange creature rested on an examination table. Its face was eerie, resembling that of a dinosaur, with skin as gray as stone. But what caught the eye was its lower body, curved and long like a mermaid's tail. It was as if scientists had been experimenting, creating bizarre hybrids, maybe mixing alien DNA with something else, or even cloning. It could be that after witnessing aliens in the sky, we'd soon be encountering them beneath the waters too. The video, which leaked from the lab, showed this terrifying reality, and the person who shared it was quickly silenced, fired from his position. Pakistan mystery. In April 2013, locals in Pakistan stumbled upon a small, strange body that seemed impossible to explain. Word spread quickly, catching the attention of researchers and experts. Speculations ran wild, with some believing it could be proof of extraterrestrial life. The body caused intense debates, as its unusual features left more questions than answers. After a thorough examination, the truth about the creature was revealed. It wasn't quite what many had expected. It was an alien, blurring the line between reality and a myth. Roswell Museum.
UFO incident was real. It's a picture of an alien-type creature.
A picture of a strange, skinny being from a museum in Roswell began circulating in the news. A reporter, eager to verify the claims, visited the museum. To her shock, the picture was real. Inside, she saw several similar beings on display. Aliens, unmistakably. Among them, the very being from the picture was there too. It was said to have been recovered from the infamous Roswell UFO collision incident. The museum buzzed with excitement as visitors gathered to learn more about these beings.
Yes, it is real. It hasn't been doctored. It hadn't been touched. It is from that time period.
Antarctic egg. Antarctica became famous for one strange sighting. Locals reported seeing a giant white egg. It was so large it didn't resemble anything known to them. Theories spread that it might have come from extraterrestrial beings, aliens. No one dared approach it, fearing what might happen if it were touched. An alien could emerge from it. If you encounter something like this, what would you do? Museum monster. You might expect a normal museum exhibit, but this felt straight out of a sci-fi horror movie. A tourist was visiting a museum when he noticed something unusual behind the glass. He pulled out his phone and started recording. The figure was massive, dark, with a dinosaur-like face, sharp teeth, and giant ribs jutting out. It didn't look like any known fossil. He uploaded the video online, and it quickly went viral. People flooded the comments, calling it a reptilian mummy, or even the remains of an ancient alien that had once visited Earth. London convoy. A convoy of military-style vehicles rolled through London, capturing the attention of anyone nearby. The vehicles, sleek and imposing, carried something unusual, creatures covered and hidden from view, yet their shape was unlike anything familiar. As they moved through the streets, people couldn't help but stare. The strange cargo being transported. The creatures inside remained covered, but glimpses of their forms suggested they weren't of this world. Their bodies twisted in unnatural ways, and the eerie silence around them only added to the mystery. The convoy passed through some of London's most iconic sights, and soon, the vehicles disappeared as quietly as they had arrived. No one knew for sure what had been transported that day, but what was once hidden away had now been revealed. Alien sightings, once kept secret, are stepping out into the open. Museum sleeper. Two friends were exploring an old secret lab when they found something strange. A gray being with hollow eye sockets. It wasn't alive, but it looked too real. They stood there staring at it. The place felt quiet. Too quiet. Something about it made them nervous. The longer they stayed, the more they felt they shouldn't be there. In the end, they decided to leave. Some things are better left alone. Stone skull. A clip recently went viral on social media, showing a giant skull that appeared to be made of stone. It had bizarre, intricate patterns carved into it and was elongated in shape. The skull was spinning on a disc, almost as if it was being displayed in a museum. Some people assumed that it might have belonged to an ancient civilization, while others believed it could have come from an alien being. Could it be an artifact from the past, or something much more otherworldly? What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. French discovery. On December 27, 2024, in France, locals discovered strange crafts and immediately reported them to the police. When the police arrived, they began examining the objects. They were silver-colored, long, and shaped like discs, shining brightly under the sunlight. The locals were quick to believe they were UFOs, but the police were hesitant to confirm anything, still doing their duty. They decided to take the crafts to the base center for further examination. They would study the technology and try to understand if there were any links to outer space. Maybe, just maybe, these UFOs were a message, proof that aliens had been here, leaving behind their vehicles as a sign of their existence. Sky debris.
A farmer from Ituna says while out working in the field, he and his eldest son came across an interesting piece of debris.
In Saskatchewan, a family spotted something unusual in their field in Ituna. While working in the fields, they found an unusual piece of debris. At first, they thought it was garbage, but as they got closer, they realized it was something more mysterious. The object appeared to be burned, with signs of carbon fiber composite and aluminum honeycomb. Some experts speculated it could be part of a satellite, or something like UFO that re-entered Earth's atmosphere. This discovery wasn't the first of its kind in the region, sparking curiosity about what else could be falling from the sky.
More metallic, but it turned out to have been part of a satellite, possibly even Canada's own Alouette satellite.
Cracked saucer. In an open area, a strange black saucer-shaped craft was found. It looked like it had collided, with cracks all over its surface. Experts quickly sealed off the area, gathering around the broken craft. Inside, they saw circuit boards and technology unlike anything humans had made. The experts were sure this wasn't from Earth. It could really be an alien UFO. News reporters rushed in to take photos and videos. The craft seemed to hold some kind of amazing technology, sparking curiosity about what secrets it might reveal. What's next? Only time will tell. Mexican mystery. In Mexico, archaeologists uncovered something terrifying in the fields. It had long, curved fingers and spines running down its back, looking like a creature out of a nightmare. Its body didn't match any known species, but one thing was clear. It wasn't ordinary. The discovery sparked theories right away. Some compared it to the chupacabra, while others believed it was an alien entity that had traveled here long ago, only for its body to remain buried for years. Now that it's been uncovered, it's only a matter of time before its secrets come to light. Portal key. We've all heard about hidden gold in the soil, but these villagers uncovered something completely different. While digging, they noticed something white buried beneath the dirt. At first, it looked like a small object, but as they carefully pulled it out, they realized it was a strange, key-like piece. Their curiosity grew, leading them to dig even deeper. That's when they found it, a small, white skeleton with large, hollow eye sockets. It didn't look human. The shape, the structure, everything pointed to one thing, an alien. And that key could be something far more significant. Maybe even something with powers beyond imagination. If they had used it, who knows what could have happened? Maybe even a portal to another world. Ancient being. A very old video has been circulating on social media recently, showing what's claimed to be the body of an unknown species. The body was incredibly skinny, with large, wide eyes. It looked decayed, like it had been there for years. The video quality was poor, making it seem even older. Some people believe this was no ordinary creature. It was an alien. If this is true, then alien sightings aren't a new phenomenon. In fact, it seems like they may have been visiting us for decades. Garden UFO. One morning, a homeowner woke up to an unbelievable sight. A giant saucer-shaped craft sitting right in his garden, complete with round windows. In shock, he called experts, and they quickly arrived with a crane to transport it to their base for further study. It was clear this was no ordinary object. It was a UFO, but what happened next was even stranger. It is said nearby people had mysteriously vanished. It could have been an alien abduction. The UFO was there, but the aliens and the missing people were nowhere to be found. The questions kept piling up. Where had they gone? And what did this strange craft have to do with it? Texas craft. In 1955, near Del Rio, Texas, a pilot flying over the area spotted a massive, disc-shaped craft. Intrigued, he returned to investigate with his colleagues and reported this sighting to the authorities. Upon examination, experts discovered that the craft was made of a metal not found on Earth. This discovery pointed to the possibility of UFOs and extraterrestrial life. Researchers from around the world began studying the craft, uncovering new and fascinating details every day. The story quickly went viral, causing hopes that this was just the beginning of uncovering more UFOs and perhaps a larger mystery beyond our understanding. Alien symbols. On a show, a person claimed to be the first on Earth to communicate with extraterrestrial beings. He described finding strange footprints, alien in origin, and said he communicated with these beings through mysterious drawings to which they allegedly responded. Experts couldn't solve the cryptic symbols, leaving the language a mystery. The person went on to describe the beings: short, with green skin, smooth heads, and eyes unlike anything human. He even said he touched them. The beings, he claimed, possessed technology millions of years ahead of humanity, capable of defying the laws of physics. Are these stories true, or something far more elusive? South Africa.
Site in Sandton, where an alien aircraft has landed last night.
In Sandton, South Africa, something unbelievable was discovered in the middle of the road. A massive, broken ship-like craft. Locals were stunned, and the sight quickly attracted experts and scientists who sealed off the area and began studying the wreckage. The eerie silence around the collision site only heightened the growing belief among the onlookers. It was a UFO. This might be proof of something far beyond our understanding. The world would never be the same.
Alien ship in the middle of the embankment.
Green skull. A tourist, while exploring a remote area, came across something that stopped him in his tracks. There, lying in the dirt, was a giant green skull. Its surface was covered in bizarre patterns and strange designs, almost like a map. In the center of the forehead, a blue diamond-like shape was engraved, gleaming in the light. It seemed almost alive, like it held some kind of power. This might be the skull of an alien. The tourist couldn't help but wonder, what if, just by touching that blue diamond, a portal would open before him, revealing something beyond his wildest imagination? Hybrid skull. In the heart of the Nazca region, a strange discovery was made. A hybrid skull encased in glass with long, braided features. The skull had a bizarre shape. A local archaeologist, closely studying the find, revealed the skull's DNA was not human. The structure of the DNA seemed alien, pointing to something beyond Earth's origins. As experts analyzed the specimen, questions flooded in. This could be proof of extraterrestrial influence. Or was it the product of a long-forgotten experiment? Ocean skull. A man mistakenly entered a strange lab and found a beautiful aquarium inside. Curious, he went closer to admire the fish, but then he noticed something that didn't belong. At first, it looked like a skull, but something was off. It had massive eye sockets, yet no eyes. It didn't resemble any known sea creature. It looked almost human, or maybe something else. He felt uneasy. He didn't want to stay any longer. Before anyone could catch him there, he quickly left. What kind of place was this? And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. A very old clip has recently caused debates online. It showed authorities digging in an abandoned area and uncovering what appeared to be a spacecraft. The craft was carefully extracted with a crane, and it was later displayed in a museum for public viewing. Once revealed, it was confirmed to be a UFO. This discovery strengthened the belief of many UFO enthusiasts who now feel more certain that extraterrestrials are real. Some even speculate that more alien encounters are on the horizon, and this event could just be the beginning of more discoveries and possible interactions with beings from another world.